So, Devil May Cry has finally dropped onto Netflix, all 8 episodes. I have never played the game, I don't know anything about this series, but it's starring Johnny Young Bosch, and that's pretty hype. So how will I be reviewing this? Well, I haven't seen it yet. I am about to watch this show, so just like my Solo Leveling, Dandadan and Fire Force videos, I will be reviewing each episode just after I watch them all, so it will indeed be a cool way for you guys to get my first initial reaction after I watch each episode. Let's just watch this anime right now with episode 1.
2,000 years later.
Dude, that opening sequence was absolutely phenomenal with that bunny rabbit. The action sequence blew me away. Holy moly. Bad Bugs Bunny will be the main antagonist. I have a theory on that. Johnny Young Bosch's character comes into scene helping a lady and this baby who's possessed. Immediately, I cannot unhear Kurosaki Ichigo. It's so similar to that voice performance. Wow, this song as the theme song is bonkers, but it actually fits the vibe so far. Oh my gosh, that was pretty entertaining. The political commentary about the devil was honestly kind of funny at first, but then I realized that, oh my gosh, this would actually happen 100% if something like this happened. Right off the bat, Dante has a twin brother and he's alive? Huh? I thought he died, according to him.
6.5 hours later.
So I just watched episode 2. Oh my gosh, that was honestly pretty awesome. I feel like this new task force that hunts the demons are gonna be the new side characters, and that one girl who reminds me of Mikasa Ackerman is quite the fighter. The way she immediately sensed that one dude was a demon, oh my gosh, and just went crazy on him, damn. And also her explaining that this Lucifer looking demon from the past, I was like, oh my gosh. So I thought maybe that Dante might be a reincarnation, but he's not. Dante's powers are honestly quite mysterious to me. Her battle with Dante was absolutely phenomenal. It was so intense and so action-packed. But so many questions. How on earth does Dante have this medallion gem, and how does he not know about it? How did his mother get her hands on it? Ooh, the plot thickens.
A few inches later.
Holy moly, that flashback at the beginning of episode 3 was honestly kind of intense. You know, I thought this green-eyed, red-eyed girl had a tragic backstory, something happened to her parents, but she was always quite a reckless wild one. She was always wanting to stand up against the demons and fight them, even as a child. She hasn't really changed that much, but it's more or less her determination to get stronger which has changed more or less. Damn, I felt bad for her father, seeing what he saw but no one believing him, doing everything in his power to try and prove it. I understand his frustrations. It makes sense why he can't spend time with his family. To him, this is the most important thing in the whole wide world. Wow, that blonde dude who gave the amulet really annoyed me because it was so obvious that the rabbit man was going to betray him. I mean, I don't blame him, he has family to look after, but damn, so annoying. Green-eyed, red-eyed girl was a little bit cold when she said, yeah, blah blah blah, we all have traumatic deaths in our past. I have a feeling something bad happened to her parents, but damn, does she have to be that cold? She just comes off as very unlikable in my opinion. Mate, I have a strong feeling the Rabbit Man and Dante are related. I think the Rabbit Man might be an uncle or a father. The Rabbit Man seems to be some sort of cyborg, and Dante's medallion is a family inheritance of some kind, and he called him son of Spardan or something like that in the end of the episode. Is Rabbit Man referring to himself? All of Dante's action sequences were really cool. I love the combination of 2D and 3D, but all the other CGI moments like the cars and the British demons were kind of janky in my opinion. Why are all the villains British? It's something a lot of Western media tends to do. I am not a big fan of a negative representation of British people. Damn, the scientist man was so cool. He knew so much. I was gutted when the truck he was in blew up.
Day 2.
I just watched episode 4. Wow, that was possibly one of the more intense episodes. We are officially halfway through. Oh my gosh, that entire sequence of Mary having those trauma visions was honestly quite spooky. Mary is an interesting character, quite morally grey. On one hand, she is fighting to attack all the demons, but she's quite cold to a lot of people, except her team members. When she saw her entire team just get Control-Alt-Deleted like that, damn, Damn, son, that was intense. I did not expect all of them to go like that. That one shot in episode 2 where they locked Dante up, or episode 1, looking all bad ours, did not age well at all. It aged like milk because they were completely annihilated like that. Holy moly. Dude, it was so sad seeing that lady who was in love with that one guy just crying her eyes out. Damn. And then she meets that family of demons who aren't there to hurt anyone but just want to live in peace. She points a gun at them because she sees them as monsters, but the universe is far more morally grey than she expected. Before meeting them, she saw the world as black and white, demons bad, humans good. And I think that narrow way of thinking made her into this cold assassin. But I do like how she did not actually attack the family and let them live. I was like, oh, thank gosh. It looks like Dante and his twin bro were quite rivals when they were younger, fighting and bickering with one another. I do believe Dante's bro is alive. Yes, I understand in episode 1 he was a clone, but the real Dante bro is somewhere out alive in the world. The end scene of that plane being blown up, oh my gosh. What an intense way to end the episode. I do like how Dante accepted the fact that he is half demon and just went crazy on those 2 British goblins.
Day 3.
I just watched episode 5. Even though Dante is in fact the main character of this anime, I must admit that Mary seems to be the one character with the biggest character development, from hating these demons and being angry at them for what they did to humanity, to now feeling quite conflicted and seeing that not all the demons are bad. It's nice seeing this growth from her, slowly acknowledging that she may not have been right in the past, but oh my gosh, that ending was so shocking. You think that after she saved that family, they were going to live and try and find peace on Earth, but sadly, humans being humans, they took them out. That was so sad and tragic. Oh my gosh, I was gutted, devastated that the vice president ordered the attack on those alien demons. And mate, I was starting to like the vice president for believing in Dante's powers, and now he is a big fat jerk. I hate this guy. But on the plus side, the action sequences were amazing, absolutely stunning and dynamic, but the CGI can be a little bit yucky sometimes.
Day 4.
Oh my gosh, I just watched episode 6. Dude, without a doubt, this might be one of the greatest episodes in all of anime. Oh my gosh, we finally understand why the Rabbit Man is the way he is. I do not blame the Mad Hatter Rabbit Man. The poor boy was abused in his orphanage home. He has only known hatred and negativity from humans. While I do understand what he is doing in the present moment is very controversial, in my opinion, I understand why he got to this point. It makes sense, but it doesn't make it right. And the world he went in was a paradise that he loved. I love how the portrayal of the demon world to him is paradise, but to humans it's hell from their perspective. So to the Rabbit Man, all humans on Earth are evil. All will grow up to be evil. It's such a sad outlook on the world. That twist was so shocking. It was her father and not a random demon. I was in shock, dude. Wow, that was incredibly insane. Mate, I owe her an apology. I did not know she had such a traumatic childhood. I mean, damn. She hates the demons because they turned her father into this mad scientist going crazy and him becoming one, but at the same time he distanced himself from everyone else. That's why Mary hates the demons, for hurting people physically and mentally, and how it was Mary's team who took out all of Rabbit Man's newfound family. No wonder he went crazy. To him, human beings are evil. Oh my gosh, dude. All of this was so crazy with no dialogue, just all music. Whew, man, that was heavy, dude. That was so heavy. 10 out of 10. The 2 of them are just victims to their surroundings.
A few moments later.
I just watched episode 7. What an amazing episode that was. Mary and the bunny masked man finally confronted. And I like the line Mary said, how she should have known he was human, that only humans can go down this psychotic route and go down a road of revenge. It's just so crazy how this was a normal little kid who grew up and saw how hurtful and evil humans were when he was a child. All he has ever seen is the bad in human beings. It's so sad because even in his final moments, a demon saved him from falling, showing him that humans have never showed him any compassion.
One eternity later.
So I just watched episode 8, the finale. Damn, I don't know who the true villain is. Is it humanity or is it the devils? Regardless, it was cool seeing Dante and Mary team up together, giving me Ichigo and Rukia vibes. Enzo really was a Chad in the end. I thought he was a coward, but no, he stood up to the monster and protected Dante. Mary well and truly misjudged the vice president, thinking that he was there for everyone, thinking he cared for Mary's team, but he didn't give a damn. They were disposable. He's all about humanity, which is in a way morally okay, but damn, I think he's going about it in the wrong way, annihilating all of the innocent devils there. I do believe that Dante is going to be fighting his bro in the next season, because I'm not surprised the Almond Man is his twin brother who hates humanity. Man, I wonder what Mary's going to do. You know, I really thought that the vice president was one for the team and he cared for Mary and her teammates, but him showing how little he cared for them really broke my heart a little bit. I didn't like Mary in the early episodes, but I won't lie, after her flashback, I felt bad for her in that moment. I think she saw the vice president as a father figure to her, as she lost her father, and the fact that the vice president doesn't really care for her or her teammates, it was honestly quite hard to see her realize this. And that is why you do not meet your heroes, because you will be heartbroken. Hopefully she will come to her senses and free Dante. I would love the two of them to be this Bonnie and Clyde type duo, taking out the bad guys. That would be cool. But overall, Devil May Cry was honestly a huge surprise. Did not expect this series to be so engaging. The animation was awesome for the most part, had some rough CGI here and there, and not all the art was on point in certain episodes, but that is just a nitpick. Overall, the action and story was so engaging and gripping and intense and energetic. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Awesome. But tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of Devil May Cry? Did you like it or did you hate it? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more anime reviews, as well as other news, updates, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy did a view signing out.